No, I'll lose weight. All right. This man needs no introduction. Tom Loeffler, the man behind K2 Promotions, Triple G Promotions, and the new 360 Promotions.
Nice hat, Dave.
And you guys know who this is. This is Blue Chip Ryan Martin. He is a young, undefeated lightweight contender, or should I call you a junior welterweight contender? Were you deciding?
Lightweight right now.
Lightweight? You're gonna stick at 135.
Still squeezing into 135.
This dude is like 6 feet tall. Let me see here. Hold on. Maybe taller than me, anyways. Yeah, but I'm like 169 pounds. Like the thought of making 135 pounds for me is just like, that's inconceivable. I'm a little bit older than you, Ryan. And Josephine has joined us.
I'm also a little bit older than Ryan.
Can you guys believe this fog?
Look at the pea soup.
Let me tell you something. This is no joke. I live in Inglewood. It's like this, like right outside of from my doorstep all the way to Santa Monica. We drive. We just take Centinela, and this way the entire
these guys
way.
are getting ready to play a soccer game. You can't see them on the field.
I can't even. Are you kidding? There are people here.
People
I thought we had a private track. This is insane.
I don't know how they're going to play.
That's going to be
soccer.
interesting. They need like those infrared glasses. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, listen. Hey, Happy New Year, everybody.
New Year's Eve. Yeah.
And does somebody you wanna hold it?
If I could take a photo of all yours at the end.
No, I'm repping Triple G right here. Now the two hottest brands in boxing.
And he's
Triple
wearing
G
a flat.
And Garcia boxing.
He's wearing
I don't know which is bigger. I'm not.
A lot of G's.
Yeah, a lot of G's. Yeah, but thank you.
We missed you last
Coach,
week, Doug.
yeah, Coach gave me the hoodie, the Gennady Golovkin Triple G hoodie,
And the
water
bottle.
face, and the water bottle. Yeah, the water bottle. That's
And the
nice.
hat.
Yeah, the hat.
And the t-shirt.
Yeah. So
Now you're all decked out.
I'm doing all right.
Do you have Triple G underwear?
No, but we have
rumor
Ring Magazine with Triple G on the cover of it.
Yep.
Thanks
Yeah.
to Mr. Fisher.
And yeah, we're expecting that to sell really well. It went on sale officially December 26th.
And who's your
which
number
means,
one? Who's the number one pound for pound fighter?
And that happens to be Gennady Golovkin.
What a coincidence! That's
That
good.
happens to be Gennady Golovkin. And it's a great time right now because, you know, Gennady is the number one pound for pound fighter with Ring Magazine, but the Boxing Writers Association of America, they say it's Terrence Crawford.
It's always going to be, variants.
Right, and then you watch the fight game with Jim Lampley, and he says it's Vasily Lomachenko. I'm sorry, not Vasily, Vasil Lomachenko. Yo.
How's our production?
All right. Come here. Here we go. There we go. You've been relieved. Yeah.
Steady hand, Coach.
Oh wait, okay. I can do it today.
All right.
I can
So
see.
it's kind of like the Fighter of the Year thing, where you ask 5 different boxing fans who's the Fighter of the Year. You might get 5 different answers, and with pound for pound right now, a lot of us, I think it's Triple G. Other people think it's Lomachenko. Other people think it's Terrence Crawford, and that's great. It just means there's a lot of really good fighters out there.
Debate, right?
Yeah,
And,
all at the
Anthony
top of
Joshua
their game.
Had a great year too.
He did, and I think he was like a Fighter of the Year candidate. So was Srisaket
Yeah, on the Superfly, February 24th at the Forum.
Yeah, and I got a story on
the title?
Srisaket coming up.
Yeah, that's it.
I think if Inoue has officially moved to bantamweight, that means that the Ring Magazine
Ring
title will
Magazine,
be on the line for that card. Yeah, so we'll have a belt ready.
That was
for the win.
elusive Ring Magazine title is one that Triple G hasn't won yet. But, maybe if we can get the rematch with Canelo, then
I think that rematch happens in 2018, and we'll see what happens.
Did you see Inoue yesterday?
Inoue, no, I didn't see the fight, but I heard he's just very
He was
impressive.
incredible.
Highlights.
Very
He blew this dude out, and that dude has never been knocked out.
He looked a lot bigger.
Yeah, that guy was.
He looked a
That
lot
guy was a
bigger.
natural bantam.
No, I'm talking about Nui.
Oh, well,
yeah,
that
he
tells
did.
you that.
He's a big guy. Well, he's got
That tells you why he's moving up.
to
Yeah.
118.
But he's got fast hands,
Yeah,
and I was really impressed.
That guy can fight. Yeah.
What did you think of Holly Holm?
Holly Holm, well, I think Cyborg standing on her feet the whole time, going 5 rounds was very impressive. Holly, she's got a great heart, she's got a great chin, excellent boxing ability, but the way Cyborg really took the edge in that fight was impressive. I thought Cyborg would try to take her down, but she stood with her, and It seemed like Cyborg was actually faster with that jab and with that right hand. So that was impressive. Cecilia Breckhus was up there yesterday supporting Cyborg, and that would be that would be one of those kind of mixed sport. UFC versus boxing if that fight ever happens, but no, it was impressive. And Khabib was he's like the Triple G of the UFC.
I see Mike Tyson was there last night.
Yeah, Mike Tyson was there too. Yeah, so it was a good show up in Vegas last night.
It was
for the
really
UFC.
good.
Yeah,
but Holly Holm, who has really boxing skills, but no.
For someone, I mean, I will say this about Holly: someone who was as dominant as she was in the sport of boxing, to then be able to compete in the UFC and take out, the biggest star at the time, Ronda Rousey. I mean, that's a huge statement. That'd be like Floyd trying to go in and beat Conor in the ring. It just wouldn't happen. But for Holly to do that was really impressive. So yeah, you got to give Holly a lot of props for that.
Well, last night too. I mean, her strategy was real good last night. Holly's she didn't want to get put on. Once she's on the floor, she's dead.
Yeah, you're right. She didn't allow herself to be taken down. So,
but she's strong.
Yeah,
she is really strong, and it was good.
Yeah,
I'm not a big MMA fan, but I really liked that show.
It was a fun show last night. We watched it.
So let me ask you this, Tom.
We bought the pay-per-view last night, so we supported the show, and it was entertaining. Yeah.
So has your life changed at all with the 360?
A lot of a great reaction. I actually just kind of leaked it out to Steve Kim. He's been bugging me about it, and ever since he put it out on Twitter, it's gotten a huge reaction.
That's good.
We're going to support the local boxing scene here in Southern California. We're going to sign guys turning pro, not just from the California area, but nationally and internationally. That's really the 360 stands for. All-inclusive, worldwide, and working with everyone. So we're looking forward to launching that series, and it should be great. And the Superfly 2 show will actually be the first 360 Promotions show at the Forum.
So has your daily routine changed at all? Because it seems like you probably have a lot more details.
Doing all the Triple G fights, and doing the Klitschko fight when we were involved with that fight at the Wembley Stadium. I mean, it was a busy 2017. The Superfly show, the Danny Jacobs fight at the Garden, selling out Madison Square Garden. So 2017 was a great year. It was very busy. 2018, hopefully the sport of boxing in general, I'm not just talking about myself, but the promoters, the fighters, everyone will continue the momentum of everything that we created in 2017. So we're looking forward to a continued banner year for 2018. If we can get the rematch with Canelo, that would be great. Superfly 2 is a great way to kick off 2018, and just looking forward to putting on some great shows.
When are you back in the ring?
Hopefully February 24th. I'm back on the Superfly card.
Ryan might be on that show. He might be on a show
That's a
in
good
March.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about returning back to the ring.
Where are you training?
Big Bear, California. Abel Sanchez.
Up at the
He's
summit.
got the summit
on. Got my summit on.
This will be his first full. He's trained in Big Bear off and on
Right.
before, but this will be his first full training camp.
Oh,
with,
okay, good.
Looking
with
forward
Abel,
to
so we're looking for him.
Where are you from, Ryan?
I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. So long way from here. I love it here. Better than Tennessee, though.
Well,
So.
it was 85 degrees here 2 days ago.
Yeah, somebody told me that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nice.
Wow, it's snowing and cold on the East Coast.
Ryan just landed yesterday here in LA. He's out here running today. He's going to be in Big Bear today. Carlos Cuadras, who's on the Superfly show, he's training with Abel also up there. So it'll be Ryan, it'll be Cuadras, Triple G will be up there soon, just depending on if we can finalize his next fight. So Abel's going to be busy. Then he's got Murat Garcia fighting February 3.
That's February 3.
In Russia.
That's a great fight.
That's a great fight. Garcia against Dorticos. That's a great fight. So
It's gonna be in Russia?
Abel's busy. Yeah, it's going to be in Russia.
Here's the guy who said, we don't need Canelo anymore. How about Saunders or...
Saunders, look, we've always said that Triple G wanted to unify all the titles, so if we can do a Saunders fight at some point this year, that would be also a great fight.
So they're trying to make Jacobs and Carlo fight.
Are they trying to do that?
I seen something about that.
Oh, okay. I like that fight.
That's a good fight.
You look good, Dougie.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay warm.
He's getting ready for his 2018 form.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a busy 2018. I think the momentum will be carried over, just as a whole, the industry from 2017.
We're feeling
to
a lot of
2018.
momentum from Ring Magazine now.
Yeah,
digital platforms and.
There'll be more ring magazines in 2018, and like specialty
You're
mags.
trying to reduce the price for the fans, just like we make affordable tickets for the fights. Superfly, for $30 you can get into a fight with so many world-class fighters. Brian Valoria is supposed to be on the show. Also, actually, we're going to announce 2 more fights, hopefully this week, if not by the next week. So if you do the fans a favor, and if you can reduce the price of ring magazines, they'll be appreciative.
That's that's a goal. Yeah.
It's the gold standard of boxing magazines, and I think it's under great leadership.
The fans are going to like it, And the thing is we're going to take, as the year progresses, we'll take our cues from the fans. Right. Like I'm out there in social media, and fans give ideas like, what about an article about this? What about a special edition magazine on this or that? And I take it all into consideration. So, and I want to start planning, the magazines months in advance too, just so we have it ready, and that way we can put them out. Yeah,
very smart.
So has your daily routine changed at all?
Yeah.
Did you work on your vacation?
I did. I had to. Yeah. Because the magazine was supposed to go to the printers like January 3rd. And so we had to make sure everything we had, all the stories, all the features, all the departments in there. And it's still incomplete. We still don't have it all together, but hopefully we wrap it up today and tomorrow, and then it's just do a quick turnaround with the proofreading and get everything to the printers.
See, what I would do to stimulate that.
But the thing is, everything stops. Christmas Eve and Christmas, nobody's working, which
expect you to work though.
Gotta keep plugging away.
Yeah.
No, because a lot of your coworkers kind of expect you to work those.
They do. Well, that's you got to pay the cost to be the boss.
A lot of my coworkers expect me to work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're that guy, you're that guy. Yeah, absolutely. So.
The responsibility.
Yeah, no, it's been busy. That's one thing. It's not like a New Year's resolution, but I do have to figure out a way to organize things to where it's
we were talking about this a few weeks ago.
Else.
See, what I would do is I would sell memberships, and we were talking about it. So say like you guys used to do at was it House of Boxing?
Max Boxing.
Max Boxing. So you had like 8,000 people.
Yeah, at one time.
It was really hot, paying $5 a month, right?
That was a great website. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but what I would do with Ring, I would charge $10 a month to get a free subscription to Ring, and also they would get either one pay-per-view a year, or maybe 50% off on a pay-per-view, or put something in there. So if you pay, to me that's the only way we could ask for $10 a month. Yeah, because otherwise.
I'll take over here.
So you know what? I can see them
now. Now you can see.
They're
now
like
you
ghosts.
can see the. Now you can see the soccer players here on the field. Wow, they're
crazy.
I want to get G.
Somebody gonna get hurt, man.
Dave back on with all of his gear.
And underneath this, and then hey Larry, send that tweet again. Larry sent a tweet and I didn't quite read it.
I'll read the tweets now. Oh, he's got the T-shirt on too.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
Guess what I have under this? Another good night.
Ryan says, "Nice hat, Dave." Knucklehead Sean Gibbons is watching. Says, "Viva Blue Chip time."
Yeah, he's busy.
Sean's busy.
Talking about people who got to work over the holidays, man. Sean is everywhere.
Sean's international. Sean and Woody. Sean and Woody, a lot of frequent flyer miles.
Yeah. But I think if we ask people for $10 a month, they need to get either a free pay-per-view or something off the pay-per-view.
You need to provide the value.
But the trouble with the pay-per-view.
Sean Gibbons says he's heading to Ghana.
Wait, you're not gonna have the magazine anymore?
No, we're definitely going full throttle with the magazine.
Oh, okay.
But what Dave was saying that should be, the magazine should be part of the online subscription. And then you need something else, You need a lot of.
But that electronic content is important. Really,
of course.
And that's what I think you're going to take the lead on that.
The only complications, though, given like a free pay-per-view, is you have other promoters involved.
Right,
so
and I think that's right. So I mean, if they can't do it, if they can't give the pay-per-view for free, then maybe we don't ask $9.99. We ask for a lesser amount.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Just make it affordable.
Like no, even when it was $5 a
Ryan
month.
Joe Delgado said hello. He's
Joe, what up, Coach?
he says hello to
It
everybody.
ain't snowing here.
Might be foggy, but it's not snowing. It could be a lot worse, right, Dougie Fisher?
No, this is. Hey, I'm okay with this. Yeah, it's
Ryan
different.
says, how cold is it in? What, Chattanooga's 30 and Cleveland's 10.
It gotta be like 10 degrees. It's a lot of snow there.
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns going for their first win of the season today
Oh, I thought you
against
were
the
going to
Pittsburgh
TV show
Steelers.
at first.
Yeah.
And then they're going to pick the guy from UCLA who won't play there.
The Browns are.
The quarterback at UCLA.
Oh yeah, I heard they were talking about talking about that.
Hey, the two big quarterbacks are both from Southern California, UCLA and SC.
Right. Yeah, they got two great quarterbacks. Yeah.
So the bet of the day today, though, is to bet the 49ers are 3-point favorites, but the Rams aren't playing anyone.
Right. That's your team, Coach.
I love.
Who's your new guy? Is Todd Gurley, right?
I love Todd Gurley.
Did he get MVP? Did he get MVP of the?
Should.
I don't think he's gonna get it.
He should get
I
it.
don't think he's gonna get over
He's carried the Rams.
You like
And-
when he hurdles?
Yeah.
Wow.
That and Goff has really upped his game, and the coach.
He was good.
And who's your other guy? Woods, right?
Robert Woods.
He's a local guy, right? From SC.
USC.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
So I was not into. I used to be into football. I was a huge Ram fan growing up.
Yeah.
They moved. I lost all interest. I don't watch any pro football. The Rams come back here last year. They're horrible. They bring in Sean McGenius, 30-year-old guy.
That's a good. I like that name. That's a good.
He is incredible. And have you heard his interviews or watched him at all? He's on everything. He's really good.
Smart guy.
And
smart guy.
he listened
Almost as smart as Doug Fisher.
But he took Doug's
I
advice.
wish I knew who
in
he
the
was.
boxing history.
Yeah, he takes the high road on everything.
All right.
Anything that
Good-
goes
good
wrong, it's
diplomat.
his fault.
Yeah,
He
no, that's
takes the
smart.
blame.
Smart.
Anything that goes right, he gives it to the other guy.
Yeah.
So he takes the
Very
high
good.
road on every single thing, and
Yeah.
he is a genius. He really is. He analyzes everything. He's organized.
What other topics do we have? Who was the guy that JP was talking about from Japan? There was another Japanese show.
Yeah, they were
yesterday.
back-to-back shows. This is a
Very good.
tradition in Japan.
Yeah.
They have a huge
The
show on
30th,
December 30,
31st,
and
yeah.
then a huge show on December
Yeah.
31st. And this, talk about articles. Okay, so in the next magazine, I'm going to have an article on just the Japanese scene and who's who in Japanese boxing.
You got Murata up there now. He's a champion.
Yeah, now, so, okay, a
Middleweight?
guy, I think it was Taguchi. He beat
That was
Milan
yeah.
Melindo.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taguchi fought. That's
That
the one
was
that
yesterday.
JP liked. Yeah, and he picked the right guy.
Yeah, he did.
Picked the
Yeah.
right guy.
Melindo was very live. It was like viewed as a 50-50 fight.
Yeah.
So he unified titles at junior flyweight and also won the vacant Ring Magazine 108-pound title. And that was the same card that Inoue defended his 115-pound belt, probably for the last time. And the monster's supposed to go up to bantamweight now.
Right.
And then earlier today, I'm thinking the guy's name is Kyoguchi, and he's a flyweight champ.
Right.
And
Yeah,
he's
he
a
was on
guy
there too, yeah.
who, at the start of 2017, he was a 6-round fighter. He'd only been boxing as a professional for like 9 months,
Made a
right?
big
At the
leap.
start of this year.
But think
And
about
then by the middle of the year, he goes for his first world title against a real guy,
Yeah.
a tough guy named Jose Agumedo from some part of Mexico. He had the IBF title.
right.
And this was Kyoguchi's, it was only his 15th month as a professional.
Ryan says
and he beat him.
Inoue beat Taguchi in his fourth pro fight. So that's Ryan.
Oh,
Scalia.
yeah. Taguchi, yeah. It was funny. I was hearing people say that Inoue is protected. Like they're mad that he's moving up from super flyweight to bantamweight. So they're saying, oh, he's running away from
that guy-
challenges. And I'm like,
Inoue
yeah, the
can
kid
fight.
fought Taguchi in his fourth pro bout.
Yeah, that guy
and then
can
he
fight.
fought Hernandez for his first title. Adan Hernandez in his sixth pro bout, and then Omar Narvaez, the number one super flyweight at the time, in his eighth pro bout.
But think about Doug.
It's
Think
insane.
about what we're talking about now. And Dave, you can weigh in on this too. Look at the resurgence now of Japanese boxing. They got Inoue, they got Murata, they got Taguchi, they got
and they're
all
fighting real guys. They're fighting each other.
It's definitely on the rise in Japan.
And,
Look at,
and you know what? Years ago, just 10 years ago, Japan would not recognize a WBO title or an IBF title.
Only WC, yeah.
Yeah, only WBC and WBA because they've been around for decades.
Right,
they said anybody new, forget it.
But look
and they've opened up their doors, so they got more title challenges and more
same thing in
unifications.
Thailand now. Sister Ket as the champion, beating the #1 pound-for-pound fighter at the time. Now he's opened the doors for the Thai boxing. And look at what Anthony Joshua is doing in the UK. You know, selling out 90,000 seats, 70,000 seats. So the UK fans are. They're, I think it's on an all-time high in the UK now. What is it? 17 world champions or 16 world champions?
Yeah,
something,
it's a lot.
Something like that.
And
Billy Joe Sanders made a good title defense up in Canada. So yeah, it's.
Speaking of Japan, this is one of my questions. So I was going to ask you.
Oh, you got questions?
Oh, okay. Coach Dave has the questions. All right.
I'll bring in this one question.
You're not going to let Doug off the hook easy.
Okay, on Japan. Okay.
I wouldn't want it.
Okay, I'm going to give you the date. You're going to tell me who fought in Tokyo.
At the Tokyo Dome?
I don't know where it was. It was in Tokyo.
That would be a great fight. Triple G and Murata at the Tokyo Dome.
January 3rd, 2007.
January 3rd, 2007?
That was a Japanese fighter, right?
It was...
was it a title bout?
Well,
you gotta give him
one
a little
was not a Japanese fight.
Okay, Japanese versus one non-Japanese fight.
And someone was there.
Was there a title?
That fight.
Was there
real well.
Was there a title? Was it me?
Yeah.
You were there?
I was in Tokyo. I thought it was January 1st, though. January 3rd, huh?
January 3rd, 2007.
Pressure's on, Doug.
Yeah. So in the main event, there was a Japanese fighter? I mean, I know the guy.
The main event was not a Japanese fighter.
Okay, so this was Edwin Valero's first title defense.
Edwin Valero.
The WBA 130-pound title.
Yeah, big puncher.
Forgot the name of the dude he fought, Lozado. Last name was Lozado.
What's his first name?
I don't remember.
Michael.
Probably Mike. Yeah, Miguel.
No, it was Michael.
Michael. Also on that, in the co-feature was that's right. Edwin was the main event.
Right.
And in the co-feature, Christian Mijares defeated Katsushige Kawashima.
You're getting kisses on here, Doug.
What was that?
From Ava. I don't know. I can't read her thing, but you're getting a lot of love on the Periscope.
Good.
Okay.
I don't know if it's you or your Triple G hat, but they seem to like it.
The hat helps, man.
Hey, so you got the other guy. That was very
Lozado. I remember
and
him.
you were there.
And it was a one-round knockout.
Right. So you only flew to Tokyo for a one-round fight.
You know what? That was one of my favorite trips because I was real hesitant to go. I didn't really know anybody over there, but the Taken people took care of me and showed me around, and I learned a lot. Learned a lot about Tokyo.
Kimmy,
and
they're
culture.
the best. Yeah, they're. Yeah. Oh, the guy that beat Zhu Shiming, he won again also in Tokyo in Japan.
That was a Japanese fighter.
Japanese fighter, yeah.
Yeah,
he
they
fought
got
also. Yeah.
I gotta.
Yeah,
so what we're gonna do is, because I follow boxing. I'm a hardcore fan. Obviously, I cover the sport. If you asked me to name all of the Japanese title holders, I couldn't do it.
Are you a real boxing fan?
Maybe I'm not as hardcore as I think I am. But I'm gonna have an article with just like these capsules on all of these Japanese fighters, particularly these guys who are under 25. There's a bunch of title holders.
Getting a lot of hearts.
They don't even have 20. They don't even have 20 pro fights. Yeah. And they've defended their titles several times. And here's the great thing about it: they're fighting real guys. Like they're not like trying to protect themselves out there. They are inviting the best to Japan to test their guys because these guys are fighting top contenders in their weight classes. Yeah. You know, and I respect that.
How many nights a week do they have boxing in Japan? In Tokyo.
Oh, in Tokyo? Every day.
Right.
Every day.
Days a week.
Yeah, because of Korakuen Hall.
They fight every day?
Yeah.
Fights every day.
Yeah, it's the busiest. Okay, so as far as combat sports goes, the busiest arena in the world, bar none, is Korakuen Hall. And if you go to any fighter, Japanese fighter, or a fighter like Jorge Linares, who was developed in Japan, and you look at their record, they'll have a bunch of fights at Korakuen Hall.
because they're having fights every day. When you're coming up, you could be busy and you just, it's where you cut your teeth and learn your trade and all that. But Kodokan Hall has combat sports.
People
Morning,
like me as the
afternoon,
cameraman
and
instead
evening.
of in front of the camera.
It's boxing, it's kickboxing, it's mixed martial arts, it's everything, and it's amateur, it's high school. Boxing is a high school sport in Japan. Yeah,
It is?
It's great.
Oh, yeah.
Great
Oh, yeah,
conditioning.
yeah.
Great conditioning. Good self-defense.
Yeah.
Remember we had that here for a while?
yeah,
Dan Goosen put on those fights.
yeah. I never went to
At the high schools?
I went to them. They were
Yeah?
incredible.
Yeah.
They had in the Valley, they had
Yep.
one, and then they had one in Inglewood.
Was it the high schools competing against each other?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've heard that in college, where the colleges compete
Yeah.
against each other. But, yeah.
Well,
I agree.
actually, boxing used to be a big college sport.
Yeah.
And I think, don't they still have a team at Stanford?
Yeah, they do.
And
Yeah, certain
Cal,
colleges.
I think
Yeah,
Cal.
but it's just not NCAA like it used to be. It's more intramural kind of. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Someone asked what's going to happen with K2. So K2 still Usyk is with K2,
Usyk, yeah.
and he's got a tough fight also with Marius Briedis in Latvia. So K2 Ukraine still working with Briedis and with Cecilia Breku. So yeah. And the Klitschko's are always very supportive of like the amateur program in Ukraine. So they have an annual Klitschko Brothers Foundation boxing tournament over there. So they definitely develop the boxing in Ukraine.
Yeah, no, boxing's strong. It's international.
So you know who knows every Japanese fighter?
Who?
JP.
JP? Oh yeah.
yeah.
He
No,
was talking about him
would've been-
yesterday.
He knows every
he was
single
talking-
You
guy.
gotta put your money on somebody.
That's the thing.
You gotta research
the
them, yeah.
sports
Yeah.
bettors are the best informed people because
But
they're
you know,
the ones.
he makes more money betting on fights during a year than CEOs make in big companies. He makes a lot. I mean,
You get the right picks, yeah.
He is sharp.
What's your next question, Dave?
Well, I have a lot of questions. I brought that one up because it sort of blended into
Right.
the Tokyo thing. But Doug, I don't know if everyone heard it, but he did get the guy that Christian Mahar's
Yeah.
knocked out.
Yeah.
What round was it?
It was late in the fight. I'm gonna say the 10th round. There you go.
Okay, you didn't lose at all. You got it. Except when's your mailbag coming back? We really.
Oh yeah, Doug.
yeah,
What is
probably
it, the
tomorrow.
Monday mailbag?
Yeah, the first of the year. Yeah, Monday. Yeah. Yeah.
Tomorrow? It's gonna come out
Monday,
tomorrow?
Monday.
Monday
Yeah.
mailbag will be back.
Nice.
Wait, you're gonna do it tomorrow on New Year's
Now I'll
Day?
do it tonight.
For
Put it up there
tomorrow.
for tomorrow. Yeah.
How long does that take you to do?
Long time. About on average about 4 hours.
Put a lot of thought into
All
it,
at
yeah.
once. Without interruptions. It takes. It's yeah.
You
you
get a
ever
lot
do
of
it without
love from
interruptions?
people. I mean,
Yeah.
these letters, these people saying.
Yeah.
The guy said, "Well, the only time I didn't get it early was that my wife had a baby then."
Yeah.
So I was like an hour late.
I usually this holiday season was rare because I skipped 2 of them. I didn't do one
Timmy Van is on the
Friday.
Viva Blue Chip.
This Monday. Yeah.
Tim Van Newhouse is
Yeah.
watching.
Hey Timmy,
Yeah.
what's up? Yeah.
Hey, so Ryan, how old were you when you first started boxing?
Amateur, I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
I turned professional, I was 20.
See, Doug, now
Wait,
you
you
can
were
stand
8
next to
years
Ryan.
old?
Now
19
people can see how tall he is.
How many amateur fights did you have?
200
There you go.
I feel punching
Yeah.
sitting
Yeah.
next to
and every weekend I was fighting somewhere. Every weekend. So.
You know, the first time I ever saw you box was at Wild Card West when they had a Triple G media workout,
yeah.
and you were there, and I was really impressed with you. I mean, you're sort of, for me, a mixture between Donald Curry and Sugar Ray Robinson.
Oh, Sugar Ray Robinson. That's
high
high
praise.
That's a great mixture, Dave.
That's
Can't get much
as high
better than
praise
that.
you're gonna get. Yeah.
Really good classic style, you know, and I know you work out hard.
Thank you.
You know.
Who are some amateur rivals of yours that are now making a name for
Robert
themselves
Easter.
in professional ranks?
Yeah, Robert Easter.
Robert Easter.
What weight
Robert
did you
Easter.
fight in the amateurs?
I think we fought at 41, I think.
41. Okay. Because those were same day weigh-ins, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's Robert Easter, Julian Rodriguez.
Okay.
Who else?
Oh, it's clearing up. Look, the soccer players can
Yeah,
actually
well,
see the ball now.
Oh, yeah, it's clear
for the guys who in jail
Oh,
now.
okay. Well, they're not making a name for themselves, as a pro. But Robert Easter, the IBF lightweight title holder, and I'm impressed with him.
Yeah.
I was thinking, there was talk of Mikey Garcia fighting Easter, and I thought that's a fight Mikey could lose.
I heard that fight.
That's a good fight.
Still talking about? No.
Well, last I read, Mikey was like, "Well, I got to get paid. Really, the business has got to be right before I fight Robert Easter Jr." I'm like, okay, okay, Mikey.
I think Mikey is cracked.
Yeah, no, he's just, he's like, I'm gonna be about the business before the sport.
But he blew it.
88 Latin Pride coming to the super fight.
That was incredible for him.
Yeah.
But then he blew it on what's the other kid?
Jorge Linares.
Linares fight.
Nice.
That's a perfect fight.
Yeah, that would have been a big fight.
That's a good fight.
He blew that.
Yeah.
They offered him everything he wanted.
Could have gotten
fighting Sergey Lipinets. It's not a bad fight. I don't hate that fight. I think it'll be entertaining style-wise. It's just that it doesn't really excite me in terms of I kind of know what's going to happen in that. You know what I mean? Mikey's going to chop this dude up. Yeah. Lipinets went, he had a hard time with that Japanese dude he fought. Yeah, so. And I think that fight took something out of him, maybe. But who knows? I mean, there's a reason they fight the fights. But the thing is that with Garcia, I think in his mind, if he's going to fight somebody who's either well-connected or is conceivably a threat in the ring, he wants to be, like this A-side and get a lot of money with it and have a lot of control over the promotion and everything like that. And if people don't want to do it his way, then he'll just go and fight whoever and still make good money. I'm sure Al Heyman's paying him well to fight Lipinets.
Dave, that's a good lead-in. Now, what do you think, Doug? What do you think's your favorite matchup that you'd be looking forward to in 2018?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd be really excited about Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. I think that would get everybody excited.
That's
I think
a good
casual
matchup.
fans
Unification
would be into
fight, yeah.
And I
Two
like
big
it just
punchers.
because, listen, I favor the British guy. I like Joshua in that fight, but if I was a betting man and I put money on Joshua, I'd be really nervous once the bell rang. No, I don't bet on fights that I cover. I'm not a gambler.
Have you ever bet on a fight that you didn't cover?
No. No, I mean not officially. I bet people, I bet friends and stuff like that.
Abel always bets $1.
Yeah, like that,
That's a good idea.
I
was able so far.
Yeah.
I'm with somebody I'm able to.
Ryan, what's the matchup you'd like to see for 2018?
I think, of course, Triple G Canelo again.
We'd like to see that.
And, Wilder and Joshua.
Yeah.
Definitely because of Joshua and Klitschko fight. That was an amazing heavyweight fight. That was probably one of the best fights I've seen.
Yeah. That was.
Who else?
It's fight of the year.
That was, yeah.
It's Ring Magazine's fight of the
me,
year.
I thought the
for
fight
me,
of
by
this
far,
year was
fight of the year.
Canelo Triple G.
That got
I
already
didn't
ended
see
of the year.
but
I like to see Terrence Crawford and
Errol Spence Jr.,
Errol Spence or
Keith Thurman.
Yeah, I would like that.
That's a hot division.
If Inoue goes to 118 like he says he is, him versus Tete, Zolani Tete, the WBO bantamweight title holder, that's a hell of a fight.
I wish Inoue would have stayed one more. I would have
know.
loved to see Inoue versus the winner of Cicerquet versus Estrada. That would have been
I want to see
a great fight.
Canelo Triple G, because
That's a good-
the rematch because I didn't see the first one, and I really would. You knew I didn't see the first one.
You didn't buy the
It's a good
pay-per-view?
fight. You missed out.
But if I watch it, I feel like
Little bit controversial with the
it
decision,
wouldn't
but
be
the
as
fight
fun for
itself.
me because I already know what
a lot of
was going to
controversy in that
happen. So
decision.
yeah.
Now the fight holds up. Actually, I
It
think that's a
does.
fight.
It was.
Would you
It
cover
lived
the
up to
rematch?
its billing. Yeah.
I think I would.
Would you
He's
bring
going to
me with you?
boycott it.
Dave, what do you think? What
I
are you
would.
looking forward to for next year?
Well, of course, the Triple G Canelo fight.
But there's going to be
But,
Good fight.
I'm sort of looking forward to Wilder and Ortiz. They're fighting March 3rd.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And that's a good fight.
Yeah. And in that same month, Joshua was supposed to fight
Parker?
Joseph Parker.
Parker, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Unification fight.
fight.
Yeah.
So March is it's a heavyweight month, which is great.
Heating up, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Those fights should make really big fights over the summer and late in 2018.
Yeah, to build up for it, yeah.
How about Spence and Peterson?
That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Yeah.
think Errol Spence has too much for Peterson right now.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of wear and tear on Lamont Peterson.
Yeah. But he'll make it. I mean, I think he'll make it interesting. Peterson's always got a lot of heart. I like him.
He's an exciting fighter.
He
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Fighter, yeah.
He's a high volume boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can press guys if he wants to.
There's so many good fighters.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
It really is.
And it's, I think this is gonna. I mean, last year was unbelievable. Right?
Yeah.
2018.
There's too many good fights
be
to
better.
recall from 2017. I mean, you forgot about all the good fights that happened in the first half of the year.
Yeah.
You know?
Trump versus Hillary, my favorite one.
So I just want to remind you, you know, do you read Ringside? Do you watch Ringside Boxing? It's
The website, you sent me that link
yeah.
before, yeah.
So like today, I was just reading it this morning, and they got the headlines of the day. I mean, there's so many good articles in there. You know, he just, I mean, he really does a good job on that. But you just go through and you just have, he has like articles of today. There's about 20 of them, and the ones you miss sometimes. But it's really good. There's a lot of good stuff in there. So you want me to ask Doug a question?
Yeah. What else do you have?
Okay. I want to. It's someone's birthday. They were born January 6, 1926, and their real name was Gerardo Gonzalez.
1926.
Boxing name.
They were born in 1926.
I'll give you a hint.
Oh, God.
He was born in Cuba.
Yeah.
Cuba.
It's got to be Kid Gavilan.
You got it.
Yeah.
But,
Former welterweight
now
champion.
who could get that? Who could get that?
Was he the original El Chocolate?
No. There was a Kid Chocolate. There was a
Chocolate,
Kid
yeah.
Chocolate from Cuba who was super popular. He preceded Gavilan because Kid Chocolate was like 30s. He was the
Okay,
30s,
yeah.
and then Gavilan was like the 40s.
Yeah.
Really popular. He had the bolo punch. Didn't
Right.
have couldn't
Exciting
knock guys
style,
out,
yeah,
but he
exciting
was a good boxer, and he was entertaining, and he was a popular
That's
TV
when
fighter.
Cuban
fought
fighters could be
everyone.
professional,
Fought
right?
everybody.
Okay, let me ask you.
Fought Ray
this.
Robinson twice.
Okay.
Fought Bobo Olson. He probably fought Ike
How many
Williams
times did he fight Ike Williams?
3 times.
You got it.
You like that?
Okay, what was his nickname?
Kid Gavilan, the Hawk.
Got it.
Like Aaron
I like
Pryor,
Kid
right?
Gavilan. I like them old school.
Wait.
People say I hate Cuban boxing. They say I hate Cuban fighters, because I'm not like Rigo crazy or whatever.
Or Lara.
Yeah, or Lara. Yeah, I like them old school Cuban fighters. So Jose Napoles,
Yeah.
Luis Rodriguez, obviously Kid Gavilan. Kid Chocolate was sensational.
Telefano Stevenson.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And there's some. They obviously
great
they had
amateurs.
great amateurs. Yeah. Felix Savon.
Just a
So did
woman.
Kid Gavilan
Heavyweights, yeah.
ever win a title?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it?
Welterweight.
Yeah. And who did
Yeah,
he
as a
beat?
matter of fact, I think he won the welterweight title that Sugar Ray Robinson vacated
You got it.
when they went up. Yeah.
And what year was that?
Well, that would have been 1951. Yeah.
Hey, Dougie.
You got it? You still sharp?
He always
Mine,
gets it.
mine is still sharp
Okay,
in
and who did he
2018.
Shaking off the holiday
Who did he
malaise. What was that?
Who'd he beat? Another guy
Beat a lot of
that
great
Ryan
fighters.
reminds you of. Another
Huh,
guy
a fighter that Ryan
Yeah.
reminds you of.
Right.
That Gavilan beat?
for the title. For the vacated title.
Oh, shoot. Who could that have been? Was it Johnny Bratton?
Yep.
Johnny Bratton.
You remind me
Hey.
of Dave
Johnny
Schwartz
Bratton.
of Johnny Bratton.
Hey.
Hey,
Wait. Hey, Dougie.
Have you heard of a trumpeter named Miles Davis?
No.
Okay, Miles Davis's
Right.
favorite
Miles Davis,
all-time
a legend.
fighter
Yeah.
was Johnny Bratton.
Huh.
And Davis was like close friends with Robinson. But his favorite guy was Johnny Bratton. So Johnny Bratton was a hell of a boxer.
That's high praise. You're getting some high praise from Coach, man.
So who was the fighter of the year in 1953?
A little bit before my time.
Fighter of the year.
Let's see what was going down in 1953. Well, Ray Robinson was you can count him out because he was retired. He'd retired for a couple of years after 52. Who had a good year in 53?
We were just talking about him.
Ali was like probably
Late 60s.
young.
We
Yeah.
were just talking about him.
We were just talking about him.
Geraldo. What's that his name?
Kid Gavilan?
Yeah.
Was it Kid Gavilan?
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
There you
Hey,
go.
it runs in the family.
There you go. All right.
Oh, that is good.
So I
He's
wonder
helping you
who he
out.
beat, like what year he had to get that.
Wait, his name was Kid Gavilan, like back then.
Yeah, it
But
was
that's
just
still
a fighting name.
No,
'cause-
but it sounds like more of a like modern like fighting.
Really?
There's
You don't
the
hear
sun
the
peeking
kid
through the
anymore.
clouds here in Santa Monica.
That's nice. That's beautiful.
But Kid Gavilan fought everyone. So he fought Ralph Tiger Jones.
Yeah.
Okay, what's Ralph Tiger Jones' claim to fame?
He beat Robinson when Robinson was coming back from those 3 years off.
What year was that?
That was probably 55.
You got it.
Nice.
55.
1955.
Probably early in the year, yeah.
So are you impressed with Doug's?
Still impressed.
No, but this
Yeah,
is
still,
like,
that's why he got his new position.
Yeah, you know what? If you're going to be the editor of the ring, you got to
Yeah,
know
you
your
gotta
history,
know.
right?
You got to know.
this is
You got to read up on
Yeah.
it.
This is beyond that, Doug.
Yeah.
Really.
We better get Ryan inside. Looks like he's getting a little chilly out here.
No, it
in
is
his
really
shorts.
cold.
Yeah, no, my
Freezing.
nose is starting to run.
You know something?
That's why I was doing the rope, man.
I'm moving.
You're going international. Happy New Year from Panama. We have someone from Russia watching.
Wow.
Everyone
So
was
your
watching
Periscope is
But this is freezing. I'm moving to
getting
Canada.
very popular.
But you know, most people on Twitter think that.
That's cold.
Most people on Twitter they'll think
Got-
that
hey.
you just sit at home and then typing, "I'm about to go to the track," because you really you spend all your time getting a fake background and doing all of this.
Yeah, this is all real.
Oh.
This is real.
Doug is here in the flesh.
Yeah.
You got any last questions,
So,
Dave,
I'll
or
tell
should we
you
wrap
this,
it up?
okay?
No one believes that we actually do the laps, though. That's what I know you.
I did my laps before.
And when I was
before.
doing the pull-ups, I used to tweet how many pull-ups. You're like, no, you did it. It's like,
They see a photo of you. That's Photoshop.
yeah, exactly.
So
No, keep it real.
So speaking of safe driving.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the safe
my
driving
gosh.
tips.
Okay, well, safe driving. I mean,
Drive like you just won the lottery, right, Dave?
no, it's really.
Wild card
Drive
king.
like you want to stay alive,
Yeah.
which means
Okay.
here. This is directed to my wife. That means both hands on the
On the
steering
wheel.
wheel.
Yeah, no texting.
Yeah, don't try to like eat popcorn while you're driving and make calls.
See, Wild Card King knows. He says, I think only Tom runs.
That's true. Well, Tom actually runs some
Now,
distance.
Ryan Martin ran today.
Pretty loud.
Did you?
I
All
ran with
right, man.
Ryan.
All right,
yeah.
Ran already?
Yeah. Don't have like your foot crossed like
Yeah.
this while you're driving.
And
with
don't
one-
look in the back seat to see what's in there.
Right,
Well,
don't-
let me ask you.
Don't
I
do
haven't-
that.
I haven't seen the
So-
hairbrush
all
in a
that.
while.
So speaking of safe driving,
Yeah.
on January 8th, 1995, what fighter was killed in a car crash?
95.
1995.
Yeah, and he was returning to prison after a furlough. For
Oh,
good
Carlos
behavior.
Monzon.
You got
But
it.
wasn't there
Monzon.
recently a fighter
Former
that
middleweight.
died
Right.
from that?
Yeah, there was a young man named Virgil. No, not Virgil. I'm sorry.
But wasn't he? Was he a boxing fighter?
Diaz?
Diaz.
Yeah, Caesar
Diaz.
Diaz. Yeah,
Was he a boxing fighter? Then?
yeah. He was a pro boxer. He was a really good amateur fighter. Had a very
See,
promising
I would have
career.
gotten that one.
Wild
if
Card
if
King
he
needs a
said
360
this.
hat. We need to start sending out some 360 hats pretty soon.
Yeah. So safe driving's everything,
Yeah.
folks.
Carlos
You know,
Monzon,
just
that was
drive.
a good pickup.
And just know
for,
that the one teacher
Dave.
said, "Okay,
No,
it wasn't worth it."
So are you guys impressed with Doug?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even that you got. That's good. Doug. That's good. Hey, so everyone just have
I need hints.
Just have a great New Year.
Be safe on New Year's Eve, right? No driving.
No, yeah.
Stay
No
home.
drinking and
Stay
driving
home.
on New Year's
but here,
Eve.
for the New Year's, the whole thing is be
They were
positive
more
about it. Be a positive thinker.
start out the
Be
new year right.
happy.
Yeah.
Love everybody. It all works.
Oh,
Don't stress. You cannot stress. It's not good for you.
hit, mom.
And you got to really, the driving thing, I know we harp on it and it's probably boring, but it's
you gotta,
so
you
important.
gotta keep reminding people.
That's actually
People
probably
start
the
forgetting.
So important. Anyway, good luck, Ryan. Thank you so much.
Looking forward to see Ryan Martin back in the ring in 2018.
Yeah.
Good. And,
Doug Fisher, any parting shots?
No, the safe driving thing is everything.
Keep buying the Ring magazines, right?
Hey, if you see me, don't be a stranger. I'll see you all in 2018.
Good, absolutely. All right,
Yeah,
Dave.
this is a big year for you, Dougie,
Yeah,
and big year for Ring Magazine.
and
It
some
will be.
more
You're gonna-
commentating gigs, maybe.
Yeah,
It's like a dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
That you were a kid reading this stuff, right?
Yeah,
Saying
and
it
I was
in.
thinking
Now
that.
you're the editor.
And,
Right.
it's
the
very,
way-
it's exciting.
We're gonna sign off. We're gonna sign it off from the Santa Monica track. The sun's coming through.
That's how you know.
There we go. See you guys. Happy New Year.
Peace.
This is my